What's up? It's your boy Roy back here with another video. Alright, let me explain to y'all like what's been happening lately. So I've been very busy. So the reason why I haven't been making as much videos is because of the fact that I have family coming town, and then wife's birthday, Abby's birthday was in October, at the end of October, on the 27th. I had my cousin and then my aunt's birthday, literally like a week or two beforehand. So like I've been very busy doing a lot of stuff, working stuff. Like I literally just got done doing another shift, overtime for my job. But yeah, that's where I've been for the past few weeks. I did record 2 videos. However, I did not post them yet. So, well, I didn't even start editing them yet because I just been really busy. However, I have been doing motorcycle related stuff. So I actually had enrolled in the MSF course, and I already pretty much started that process. Everything goes well. At the end of this month, on the 29th, I will start it and should finish it on the 1st of December. So we'll see how it goes. But so far, I will tell you all how my experience has been up until this moment. So one of the first things that you do for the MSF course, obviously you have to find one. If you go on the MSF.com, Motorcycle Safety Foundation, on their website, I will put the link in the description below or something. You will be prompted, if you want, you can look through a lot of resources and stuff that they have, information. It also shows you the process of how to get like your license in other, like in states and stuff, or other courses you can do. But what you're going to be basically looking for is the basic MSF course, or a basic course. Sorry, someone's loud motorcycle is going down the street. My apologies. It's kind of windy. Just to make sure that there's no wind coming through the mic. But pretty much you can use the MSF.com or website to actually look for specific sites around you. So there's a couple sites around me that I can either that is really like very, very close, or one I have to drive a little bit further out for. The one that I have to drive for that is the closest to me, it will be Total Rider, and it's the one in Austin. And from there, it also depends on your available riding seasons, if it's going to be available for you or not. So for me, I live out here in Austin, Texas. I have a longer riding season than people up in Illinois that I used to live at, or in New York. So that is something to consider if when you're picking out your class, what time of year and where you're going to be at. For me, I can do it out here in November, even though it would probably be snowing somewhere else, like in Chicago. Like it actually snowed on Halloween for Chicago out here, or around Halloween. For us, didn't snow. It's really good right now. It's lovely. Temperature, 81 degrees. Amazing. I hope it's like this on my riding day. And that's another thing too. Make sure that you're very prepared for your riding class. Actually, I'll talk about that more later down the line. So first thing you want to do is to find out where you want to take your class at. Then from there, look at the site thoroughly. Okay. For me, it was very simple. I looked at the package that I wanted, which is the basic rider course, the number 1. I think it was like BS1 or BSC1, something like that. And look at what the package includes. So like for instance, on the MSF.com or MSF website, you're able, they do provide a e-course, right? With the package that I got for Total Rider, it was like, well, I think it was like $315 or something, and it comes with the e-course for free. Separately, it'd be like $20. However, if you do with normally with riding companies, with like motorcycle learning companies and stuff, they will have that included. Which, if my understanding is correct, I could be wrong. I could be proven wrong once I start the class in person. But it should replace the in-portion parts of the rider course, because you used to have to go inside to actually like do a test and stuff and look at over materials that you've learned, like similar to like driver's ed. However, I think that this actually replaces that portion, the rider e-course, which for me, when I had purchased the actual class, in a separate email they sent the steps I have to take before the class, which for me is do the e-course, have it printed out before I end up arriving at the range to do my in-person class, and to have the waiver done for total rider. Okay? Now that's my steps I have to do. And I also have to make sure I have certain gear. You already know what gear I have and which ones I need. It was the helmet, gloves, motorcycle helmet, and preferably full finger leather gloves, preferably motorcycle gloves that have like abrasion resistance and stuff. Now, other stuff that you also really need is a long sleeve shirts, jacket, or something of that nature. I actually bought a leather jacket. I didn't get a riding specific jacket yet. I'm going to very soon, especially once I get a bike. I'm going to get a proper riding jacket. But for now, I got this really nice Levi's jacket. Denim is really, I mean, not denim, the leather's really nice and stuff, but it's going to be good for me because by this time, it's going to be the end of November, which it could be cold when I ride. It is very warm. I can use that. If not, I actually will purchase a lighter leather jacket that I can ride if it's not as cold. Then you would need long boots. I have Doc Martens. I don't have riding shoes yet. I will get them very soon. It's definitely going to be before, or if not, the same time I get a bike. But those are needed. You need a long sleeve, like a jacket, something like that. So like, also riding pants. But you don't need riding pants. You just need at least like denim pants. So I just gotta buy more denim pants because of my job. I'm squatting down a lot of stuff like that. I rip them very easily. So denim pants. You're gonna need some You're gonna need some boots or riding shoes. It can't be canvas, anything like that. I prefer like some type of boot. It best would be riding shoes, riding boots, riding shoes. But you're gonna need some leather or whatnot. So a proper boot. Then full finger gloves. Obviously your DOT helmet. I got ECE rating on mine too. And I think that's pretty much it. And just with the two printouts of the waiver and the e-course that you have completed. Now, my experience so far with that was very easy. I paid off my phone. I got the email about everything else. The checklist that I need, stuff that I need to bring. Also, bring food. You're gonna be there all day, and rain or shine. So bring the appropriate wear. For us, we're in Texas. It could be hot in this type of season right now. It can either be hot or cold. So I just have to have different type of layers for that day. So first things I needed to do when they had sent it was the e-course. I did the e-course. The e-course takes about like 4 or 5 hours, right? I did it in a 2-day span because I have work, I had other stuff I had to do. I ended up signing up for the class and I wasn't able to start the e-course until like, I think like a weekend or something like that. Weekend or Monday, I couldn't remember. So, with that, I ended up doing the e-course, a few hours. E-course wasn't that hard. It's a lot of, pay attention. Basically, the e-course is going to give you a survival guide on how to survive as a motorcyclist, what you need to know. Something even as simple as what to check for before you even ride off. Okay, like good example, you ride off and not even ride off. Like before you ride off, make sure your tire pressure is all good. Make sure there's nothing broken on your bike. Like take a good look. Obviously, I don't know. You don't have, like with your car, you don't have time to do that every single day. However, you should do that periodically. But then other stuff that you might need to know, that you're going to need to know, like stopping distance. Like, the stopping distance 2 seconds. Need a little bit more urgent distance, 4 seconds. it's getting really tight and you really need to be careful, 12 seconds. Stuff like that. Or see what's around you, evaluate what you need to do, execute, plan. Stuff like that. Strategies and stuff. It is very important for you to really pay attention and to really take in the stuff that you learn. Don't just blow the stuff off. And plus, after each little section, you do have to do a mini test, and at the end, you have to actually do a test, a collective test of everything you have learned. In my opinion, it wasn't really hard, but then again, though, I've been literally learning about motorcycles for the past few years. I've been really wanting motorcycles even before I left New York. So like, there's stuff in there that I have learned. I'm like, oh, I remember that. But then there's a lot of stuff in there that I didn't even know about. So pay attention. You're going to need to know this stuff. Okay? Now, from that experience, it was very easy. After I got done with doing all that, I tested, I did quizzes, I passed it all, right? I get my e-course certificate, and from there, I had my wife print it, and I printed the waiver. And the waiver was easy. It's a couple things you sign, you date, showing that you have done your own stuff. Also, you have the option to take the MSF course with your own bike, apparently. I don't know. Well, sometimes you can do that actually, where if the dealer allows you, you're allowed to buy a bike before you get your license. If you have a permit, you can definitely do that. It's like having a permit and you're able to buy you're able to buy a car with a permit. So, there's that. From that point, it was very easy. Paying was easy. Doing the e-course was easy. Next things I have to do is actually show up to the class. And I have to, before I forget, a really thing that you need to really know when it comes to the e-course, at least for the total rider, when you sign up and you get actual email the link to log into the MSF course, the MSF.com for the e-course, it says on the email it's a one-time link. Do not share that link with anyone else. Follow the rules. Follow the instructions exactly, please. If you don't, then you're gonna have some issues with having to do it again and stuff like that. You don't want to pay. We don't need to. So keep that in mind. Also, if for those who are younger and who's under 18 years of age and want a motorcycle license, actually you will get the same package for that. It's just you will need a parent's consent and you'll need it notarized so that you're able to do the MSF course. So yeah, keep that in mind. But so far, that's my whole experience with trying to get my license at the moment. I'm at the halfway mark. The other half is in person, and then from there, we'll see what happens. Okay? I don't want this video to be no longer than what it needs to be. Thank you all for showing up. If you have any advice for me when it comes to picking out a bike, or just if y'all want to strike up a conversation, even if y'all want to give me just talk about like cool bikes or cool equipment that I might need. Like at some point it's gonna get cold over here. I don't know if I'll get my bike in the winter, in the beginning of summer, or even the middle of summer. If you got any suggestions of first gear I should check out, or first type of bikes that I should look at, let me know. Let's start a conversation. Even if you're not trying to talk to me, but someone else in the comment section, have a conversation. That's what YouTube is for. We talk. We communicate, okay? Y'all have a splendid weekend. It's a Saturday. I'm ready to chill out. I know y'all are too. Peace. Yeah, have a good night. I'll see y'all next time. Roy's out.